Jack Fincham has become locked in a war of words with the mother of his 21-month-old daughter Blossom as the pair had a furious row on social media. Casey took to Instagram over the weekend and shared a post claiming Jack, 30, has a non-existent relationship with his daughter and she felt isolated while keeping her pregnancy a secret in case it ruined his career. She also accused Jack of using their daughter to boost his public profile. Casey also claimed Jack did not purchase any Christmas presents and stopped visiting her without explanation. She said Jack is not listed on his daughter's birth certificate and has no legal rights to her, which she said was his decision. Jack fired back with a message he shared on Instagram on Tuesday and shared photos of several gifts as proof he did buy Blossom a Christmas present. The reality star also shared screenshots of messages he claimed were sent by Casey a week apart. One asked for child support payments to be made in cash and said she would drop their daughter off at his house for a few hours every week. The second was a message refusing Jack's request to pick up Blossom unless Casey was also present while he was with her. Jack's full message said, "Actually getting sick of this now and the lies and the constant hate I get about a certain subject. Please look at the dates on these pictures that I'm going to post. About I didn't get my daughter a Christmas present. There are two sides to every story but I choose to keep it private and not say anything. Another life from a certain controlling individual. Now I'll expose this one lie but I'm not doing this anymore." Publicly slandering someone and then getting constant hate, do you know what that does to someone's mental health? And people wonder why people are dropping like flies due to suicide. If you don't like me or have an opinion, just unfollow me and don't say anything. This person hates me and is bitter because a one-night stand didn't work out. We were never friends. She came back alone to my house with others and her plan didn't work out. Now she wants to ruin me. The truth always comes out. Alongside that message, he wrote, "Please read to all those people who just decided to hate me and believe one person. Bitterness is clear to see. And clear proof on yet another lie from a bitter scorned post from a certain someone. This isn't my style, airing my dirty laundry, but Terry's only so much hate I can take due to one person. I physically can't take it anymore." Jack shared the screenshots of what he said was their conversation on Instagram stories where he claimed Casey said, "Jack, would you mind paying Blossom's money in cash please instead of in my account because I'm waiting for a maternity grant to come through. Obviously whenever's best for you. Also, every couple of weeks or so I will drop Blossom to you for a couple of hours and then pick her up." In another message, which he said was a week apart from the first, he wrote, "Hello. Is it okay if we have Blossom this week at some point? Me or my mom can pick her up and drop her off." The second message, which he claimed was Casey, replied, "Not quite sure where that has come from considering the understanding beforehand was that we worked on our friendship and yours and Blossom's relationship in private, which obviously hasn't happened. This would have meant we was on the right track for you eventually having Blossom alone for a couple of hours and then building on that over time, which you fully understood. I needed some level of trust in our friendship before even contemplating you having her alone. This didn't happen and you only have yourself to blame. The fact is, You have seen Blossom twice in the space of 4 months. This had absolutely nothing to do with COVID-19, and as her mum, I am not comfortable with you having her alone because she doesn't know you or your family. Again, this is something you fully understood due to your own actions. It's not my fault you were extremely immature and incapable of having a healthy friendship with me without you thinking anything of it. Jack then wrote a message of his own saying he planned to take Casey to court. He wrote, "I get refused to see my daughter unless Casey is present. And that's not right. We went to court, I lost, but in 6 months' time I'll try again. Someone who constantly slanders me online is a bitter person. And I've said nothing until now." Casey shared a lengthy statement on her social media on Saturday detailing what she said was Jack's relationship with their daughter. She wrote, "Over the last couple of weeks, I've allowed a situation to really weigh me down, and the only way that I'm able to release some of this heaviness is to say my piece, because the longer I stay silent, the more power this person believes he has over me and the situation. So here I'm again, acknowledging the bullshit and addressing the lies." A couple of weeks ago, Blossom's biological father posted a video to Instagram denying everything that I have addressed publicly about his non-existent relationship with my daughter. To anyone watching from the outside, his words were pretty convincing. The whole purpose of the video was to gain sympathy and play the victim whilst undermining my credibility and invalidating my truth/the truth, the work of a true manipulator. You may be familiar with the term gaslighting. This is where an abuser will deny their victim's reality by using persistent denial and misdirection. When a toxic person can no longer control you, they will try and control how others see you. His intention is to manipulate people into thinking he's a victim, they love to play the victim, and that I'm to blame for him having no relationship/contact with my daughter, and he does this by distorting the facts to suit the illusion that he tries to desperately project to the public. That's a lot for me to carry because his projection is so far from the truth. I could suffer in silence, I could get it go, but I'm not going to, because I'm protecting me and I'm defending me. When my daughter was born, he announced it to the world and said that he had kept my pregnancy private for me. That is a lie. I was controlled into keeping it quiet in case it ruined his career, and I was told repeatedly that I couldn't mention his name. To anyone who knows me knows this. I had to keep the name of the father of my child a secret for 9 months to protect him, and it didn't matter about the devastating effects this had on me, my mental health and my life, because me and my feelings weren't valid. It didn't matter that people were gossiping about me behind my back, it didn't matter that I became isolated because I was so worried about bumping into anyone and having that awkward conversation about who the father of my child was, it didn't matter that I became so paranoid over the thought of anyone knowing my business that I lost friends and family over it, because all that mattered was him. Casey claimed Jack's agents had a TV show lined up for him about being a father soon after Blossom was born. She wrote, "He was nowhere to be seen during the whole of my pregnancy and made it very clear that he didn't want to be involved, something I fully accepted. Yet as soon as my daughter was born, his agents already had a TV show lined up for him, Jack the Dad. When my daughter was a day old, he was selling photos of me to the newspapers behind my back. He was doing interviews off of the back of my secret pregnancy and telling blatant lies, all for his own gain. I had to sit back and watch. In the beginning I had newspapers accusing me of being missing in action because every time this person posted anything of Blossom on social media I was nowhere to be seen, even though I was there on every single occasion. This was to make it look like he was a single father, doing it all by himself and gaining more media attention because of this. Casey then claimed Jack stole money from her and had refused to pay child support to Blossom. She wrote, "When Blossom was 4 weeks old, I found out that had stolen money from me and my daughter. I have emails to confirm this and bank account screenshots, as well as the stealing and withholding money from me. He also refuses to pay support to his daughter. After I found out he'd stolen from me, he didn't see or have any form of contact with Blossom for well over 3 months. She was about 5 months old at this stage when I reached out to him, and we planned to meet up so he could see his daughter for the first time in months. He cancelled these plans on the day because he is so self-absorbed and him fulfilling his own needs was more important." She added, "From the beginning he displayed extremely deceitful, untrustworthy and conniving behavior which gave me every reason to doubt his intentions towards my daughter. It was very clear that he was using Blossom to boost his public profile and for his own financial gain, so I needed to make sure his intentions were genuine this time. So, we agreed that he would work on his relationship with my daughter in private, away from Instagram and away from the media. After seeing her twice, after not seeing her for over 3 months, he betrayed my trust again. Most recently, I offered him another chance to build a relationship with Blossom at the start of the year. This is when he had the boxing shorts made. Of course he had to post a picture of these on Instagram. We agreed a day that he would see Blossom. This was weekly and I was always willing to accommodate more contact. However, he stopped turning up to see his little girl with an explanation whatsoever. He hasn't seen her since April and is now requesting a DNA test. He is one malicious character and his toxic energy is endless. Don't be fooled by what you see because it's all an act. He has revealed his true colors on many occasions and yet I still forgave him for the sake of Blossom and I believed he deserved a place in my daughter's life. This is the same person who didn't even get his daughter a Christmas present or a Christmas card. He has continuously let her down and proved that he isn't worthy of being part of my daughter's life. There's a lot I haven't mentioned for the sake of my daughter and for legal reasons, but one day when Blossom is old enough, I will be having a conversation with my daughter about the absence of her father. This is something that breaks my heart but I will make sure she knows just how much she is loved and that she is worthy, she is enough, she is everything and always has been and always will be. The thought of defending myself is no longer at the forefront of my mind. I can move on from this space and I feel a whole lot lighter. Don't let anybody take your kindness or silence for weakness, stand strong in your power and don't allow anyone to fuck with the peace you've worked so hard to build within you and around you. P.S. To the universe, my biggest supporter, thank you for protecting my daughter from this evil spirit." It comes after Casey previously accused the former Love Islander of not seeing Blossom since April. The NHS worker released a statement on Instagram in August about her former co-parent, saying that he isn't worthy of being a father. Casey's words come as Jack, 30, jetted off to Portugal alone, following his recent appearance in court where he denied driving while high on cocaine and Valium. The single mother took to the social media platform to pen, "I have forgiven things that should never have been forgiven, but I did, for the sake of my daughter and him being a part of her life. Sadly, he has let her down each time and proved on many occasions that he isn't worthy of being a father. Jack was over the moon to become a first-time father in January last year when his longtime friend Casey gave birth to a baby girl. He said that the pair shared a whirlwind romance weeks after his split from Danny Dyer, and although things didn't work out romantically, they planned to co-parent their child. He told The Sun, "It was a whirlwind romance, and shortly after had the amazing news that she was expecting, which we were both over the moon about.